Hey everyone, it's Jenny Dietrich back with another Spin Sucks Inquisition, and I have somebody today who is I would say one of, maybe in the top 3 smartest people I know, and she's hilarious, and she and I also have a love relationship with potty humor. But we are not going to talk about that today because it's not appropriate.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we won't. But please tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Aly Saxe. I'm friend of Jenny Dietrich, first and foremost, and the CEO and founder of Iris PR, which is a PR performance software that helps brands get the most out of their PR investment and agencies deliver the best results to their clients.
And you guys heard me talk about Iris because it's amazing.
Thank you.
And yes, Aly is a friend, but she and I have the same viewpoint on measuring results from a PR perspective. She ran an agency, and so she gets it. And so if you're not using it and you're doing media relations, shame on you. Check it out. irispr.com.
Yes.
There's the commercial.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, it's your birthday.
That it is.
Happy birthday!
This is the best way to start my birthday.
I said to her, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Are you sure you want to do this on your birthday? And she was like, yeah. Okay.
Look who I get to wake up with. But I love how you're like, why are you in the office? Because you want, my kids and that chaos.
I wanted the mass chaos, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I got right out of there.
It's kind of disappointing. Well, besides that being a mistake, in my opinion, what is one of the biggest mistakes you've made in the last 6 months?
Oh my God, where do I begin? So the interesting thing about software that I kind of knew conceptually, because I worked with a lot of software companies when I did PR, but I didn't quite fully get, is that the volume of failure is about 100x compared to services. It's really quite astounding how many, and then you realize that the game, especially for an early stage software company, is how fast can you get through these failures and learn? Because you literally, the game isn't avoiding the failures. The game is get through them all as quickly as you can, because that's the only way to survive.
So what's a good example of one?
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, I really have to think about this.
Well, I can, you and I have had these conversations about advertising influency and media impressions, and how neither one of us believe in those as metrics, but that everybody asks for them. So
everybody asks for them. So, I had to own that was an error. Like there are certain metrics that I have put a stake in the ground and said our platform will not embrace these. One is ad value equivalency. We just won't do that measurement.
Right.
Fundamentally, as you and I have talked about, and you've talked about a lot on Spin Sucks, it's not only an irrelevant metric, it's actually a damaging metric to the PR industry. So we've drawn a hard line on that. I always felt pretty strongly about impressions and reach data because I thought it was just kind of useless in the PR sense, not so much advertising.
Sure.
That's questionable too. But what I found, what we started really scaling the software, is that the majority of our customers were still using these metrics, and I started to understand why. And, we had to ask the question, okay, are these metrics actually damaging the industry in any way? Are they creating problems for our users? And the answer is no. And even though I might not agree with them personally, we did end up putting those metrics in the application. So a failure might have been that I didn't open my mind to that sooner.
Yeah, and it's because we've certainly gone back and forth about it too, and I think we deal with this with clients too. That's what they want. That's what they're used to, and so you're kind of like, okay, you provide that and also show some of the other stuff that has. I mean, I think I'm not so naive to think that vanity metrics don't matter, because they certainly tell the beginning of a story, right? So I think it's interesting. So it is in there.
Yeah, I think another big failure we had is a big failure is underestimating true business development. So being a marketer, I am like 100% on the PR and inbound train.
Yep.
Which has worked really well for us up until this point. But to scale a product company, you have to bring in business development.
Yep.
And more traditional sales, which we're now doing. Not embracing that sooner, might have been a mistake, but now I'm failing a lot every day and learning how to incorporate our inbound marketing with our business development strategy and making that, it's actually taking me back to my PR days when our agency teams would sit down with sales and biz dev teams and try to integrate these strategies. So I'm flexing a muscle. I haven't gotten a flex in a while, which is kind of fun, but I'm doing it on a side of the equation that I've not done it on before. So there's a lot of failure in that. There's also a lot of growth, and I enjoy the challenge.
So where are you spending most of your time? Are you doing mostly biz dev?
Right now it's mostly biz dev.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've started to head upstream into quite a few enterprises, and so I'm spending a lot of more time hand-holding and traveling and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Which is fun.
It's awesome. Yeah. So, as you're out and about and you're talking with, I know you talk a lot with agency leaders, and you're meeting with agency leaders, what are some of the trends that you're seeing that they're starting to take a hold of, especially as we go into 2017?
That's a good question. So one of the most interesting trends I'm seeing is that there are really progressive agencies out there that are embracing this idea of a stack, which is so important, because if you go into any marketing organization, the leaders are obsessed with building their stack. And a stack is simply the collection of tools that you use to do your job.
Right.
And marketers will use, 20, 30 different tools. It's just a fact. Salespeople will too.
Yep.
PR people are like, okay, I've got this one thing or this other thing, and I want an all-in-one. And it's like, wait, you want me to use 2 or 3 tools? That's scary. But we're seeing in quite a few agencies a very intentional move to build a stack, which is very cool. And it's something that they should absolutely be doing. They should check out PR Stack by Stephen Waddington. Is a great way to start that. The other thing we're seeing is a drive towards transparency. And I actually wrote about this in the article that I contributed to Spin Sucks that you posted this week.
Yep.
And that's mostly being driven by the client side. So this has only started happening, I'd say, in the last year, where clients, brand side marketers are asking for a level of transparency in a process that hasn't been requested before. So handing off an activity sheet or a list of who you pitched isn't cutting it anymore.
Right.
We're seeing quite a few agencies, mostly full service marketing, not traditional PR, embrace it in really incredible ways. I think there's going to be a lot of disruption in the next couple years where the agencies that come to the table with opening up the black box right from the start are going to be very competitive, and agencies that are still holding a lot of what they believe is their IP close to the chest are going to struggle.
Well, I think that's one of the values of Iris is it gives you the data that you need. So you, even in a business development meeting, a new business meeting, you can say to a prospect, well, in your industry, we have 80% result rate, and here's how we've done that. And I think that kind of data is invaluable as a leader to be able to say to somebody, this is what you can expect, because PR is sort of magic. Like nobody really understands what being able to put data behind it tells a really good story.
Well, I think, you just said it, PR is magic. Everybody has accepted for a long time that PR is magic, that it's an art. And, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I was talking to the CEO of a company that is investing in PR for the first time. He's going to invest $250,000 in PR.
Wow.
Never done it before. And he he's like, okay, I'm building a PR stack because I want to do this right and I want to measure it. And we talked about all the different measurement tools that he should be using, and we should list some of those on this chat. And he's like, what if my agency that I hire won't use these tools, so I can't get the data? And like,
the wrong agency.
Yeah, I said, do you want to use that agency? But his answer was very interesting. He said, but they're the best in my industry. Everybody in my industry uses this agency, and they pick and choose who they work with. And if I want to get to work with them, I might have to make a choice between having the data or getting the agency. I have to tell you, Ginny, like, I pulled that crap too when I owned an agency. Like, it brought back guilt, because I remember saying to clients, like, not that we were very transparent, but we had this, we're B2B tech specialists. We pick and choose our clients. A lot of agencies are in that position. You're in that position. But it terrified me to think that a client would actually have to feel like they were in a position of either choosing an agency or choosing the data that they were rightfully entitled to, because I might have had some fear around that. Hopefully I wouldn't have. I like to think I wouldn't have, but we'll see. And this guy's not even going to use Iris, by the way. Like, we were just talking about he needs a very specific type of metric. So we were helping him with that. He's a friend, but so there wasn't anything self-serving, but I really had to say to him, are you really just going to trust that, this is the absolute best agency versus actually getting the data to see that they are? And how much are you willing to invest in them before you realize?
Right. Fascinating. You know what, though? If a client or a prospect came to us and said, we'd like you to use X, Y, and Z, we'd be like, okay. I mean, I'd rather a client be that savvy than say, well, can't you just use Excel, which has happened as well. No, we can't just use Excel. No, we can't use the whiteboard in your conference room, which also has happened.
Picture of it.
So let's shift gears a little bit. And I know that you do a lot of reading in terms of like software growth and startups and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to ask this question with that in mind. What's the best book you've read in the last 6 months or a year?
The book I'm reading right now, it's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up.
Of not giving up?
The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F.
Got it. Thank you for not saying it, because my mom watches.
Yeah, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. It's fantastic. It's written by an author called Mark Manson, who has a blog, and you should read his blog. It's a fantastic book. It's about prioritizing what you really care about, and giving an F about those things, and letting the chips fall where they may everywhere else. So you could apply it to business, to life, to relationships. I highly recommend it.
I remember in 2006, I hired a managing supervisor to sort of be the operations person for the agency. And she said, your job is to go out and get us FU money. And I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, we need to have enough money that if a client comes to us or a prospect comes to us and it's not the right fit, we can say FU. And I was like, so that has sort of been my mantra for the last 10 years, which is exactly that. I mean, going back to being able to pick and choose too, right?
Yeah, it's a good place to be. It's a great book. And my favorite thing so far, because there's a lot of themes that tie up into this one theme, but my favorite theme is you're never going to be right. Humans are incapable of actually being right. The best you can hope for is to be less wrong than the last time, which embraces this idea of failure. Like, you try something, you fail, you learn, aim to be a little less wrong the next time. You do it. And it kind of shifts your mindset about expectations of yourself and, certainty. And it's okay to live without certainty. It's even maybe a little better to live without certainty.
Maybe. For those of us type A controlling people.
Right. It's a good message. So this book has been out like 2-3 weeks, and it's already on the New York Times bestseller.
Oh, is it really? All right. I'll have to check it out. All right. Before Laura joins us, what is your latest Netflix binge?
Stranger Things.
Oh, wasn't it great?
So good.
So good.
I'm going to be Joyce for Halloween.
I cannot wait.
I'm gonna string Christmas lights around my neck and walk around with an axe.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
And I want my husband to be 11.
Will he shave his head?
He's bald.
Oh, is he bald?
Perfect. If we can find a grown man-sized pink dress and a denim jacket, he's 11 for Halloween.
Surely you can find that. Surely.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
It's Ally's birthday, Lauren.
Huh?
It's Ally's birthday.
Oh my goodness! Happy birthday!
Look at her face light up. Don't you just love it, Ginny?
No, I don't. I deal with her 24/7. And when I say 24/7, I mean 24/7. I get like a 2-hour break in the middle of the night. That's it.
Yeah, that's very much. That's all you need. So she needs to have constant Laura. It's like a battery pack. Just keep her going. She does. She doesn't realize it. It's like one of those things in your life that you don't appreciate, but it's a foundation. I'm her rock.
I believe it. Like if you came to work for me, she'd come and hunt you down.
I'd be like, here you go. Good luck. You're never sleeping again.
I don't sleep anyway.
I think you're perfect for one another.
This is a good fit.
All I have to do is send Karina to you too. And
Does she not know that I've tried to barter with you for her? She doesn't know that.
Wow, what was the barter? That's exciting. I'm not sure what my price is for Ginny. It might be like you get her some really good wine. She would probably.
It was a box of wine.
Yeah.
And a squirrel.
I know what I.
Thanks. Now you know why it didn't work.
Right. Now I know why it didn't work. Well, happy birthday. It's very exciting to get to talk to you on your birthday.
Thank you.
At 7 a.m. for her.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I don't start drinking until 9, so this worked out really well.
Yeah, exactly. You started your day off right. I mean,
I think so.
There's no better way to start your birthday than with Ginny and I.
That's what I
said. Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully you'll win 5-second rule in honor of your birthday.
I'm not letting her win. Sorry.
I know.
All right. I have my A game.
All right.
Okay.
Go. Ginny, would you name 3 things you can stuff with peanuts?
You can stuff with peanuts?
Yeah. Other than candy corn.
Other than candy corn, you weirdo. I have to tell Aly. She asked me what my favorite Halloween candy was, and I said candy corn and peanuts, meaning like you dump the bag of candy corn and you dump the bag of peanuts and you mix them up. And she thought that I meant that you like stuff the candy corns with peanuts. I was like,
assumption. Yeah.
No.
It's okay.
That's a good intern job.
That's a good intern job.
That would be such a great hazing thing to be like, okay, give them 2 buckets. Here you go. Please do not leave until
if
all
you want
of
to keep your job.
Yeah. After you're done cutting clips.
Right. Oh, all right.
Remember that. Okay.
3 things you stuff with peanuts?
Yeah.
Pinata, Snickers, and brownies.
What was the middle one?
Snickers.
Oh, okay. Right. Pinata. I've never seen a peanut stuffed pinata.
Could you imagine? Oh, it comes out.
Peanut pinatas. Peanut pinatas.
Peanut
right.
pinata.
That's exciting.
Say that 3 times fast. Wow.
I know. Okay. Aly, would you please name 3 Olympic events you'd like to try or you'd like to compete in?
Curling, pole vaulting, and bobsled.
Bobsled, that's a good one.
That is good. I could see you as a
I
bobsledder.
could totally see that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we should go.
I don't know why I just thought of it because it has nothing to do with bobsledding. But are we going to Mars together?
Oh, yes.
We're going to Mars. Okay?
Elon Musk.
Can I go to Mars? Oh.
Elon Musk is going to send 1 million people to colonize Mars.
Oh.
So we're going. Do you think they have Wi-Fi?
Well, yeah, it's Elon Musk. I mean, he's going to have. We're all going to drive Teslas up there.
It's a trip to Mars and a Tesla in one.
We're doing it.
If you're going to go colonize Mars, you should get a Tesla for doing that.
I agree.
Hello. Yeah, especially.
Well, if Donald Trump wins the election, I'm going for sure.
Yep, sign me up.
Gone out.
Okay. So curling, pole vault, and bobsledding. That's good. All right, we'll look for you upcoming sports. So that's all winter sports. So you're going to be busy during the winter.
I like the cold. It's weird that I live in Phoenix because I like.
weird.
Yeah. You need to come visit us a lot.
Come visit me in January.
Okay, Ginny, would you please name 3 presidential candidates that have lost?
Donald Trump, Al Gore, and Donald Trump again, please. Who else has lost? Well, no, she didn't run for Al Gore.
Dukakis.
That's what I was thinking,
Dukakis.
We must all be of the same generation.
All right, good job.
And I'm 25 today.
Right, 25 today.
You don't look a year over 22.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, Aly, would you please name 3 first ladies?
Lady Bird, Michelle Obama, who's a badass, and Barbara Bush.
And Barbara Bush, that's a good one.
Yeah. All right, Ginny, would you please name 3 things you cook whenever company is coming? So like your specialty dishes.
Me, myself?
Yeah, I know some.
Roasted chicken, lasagna from scratch, and steaks.
Very nice. Aly, would you please name 3 cities you've never visited as a tourist?
Ooh.
Indianapolis, where I'm going in a few weeks.
But you're going there anyway.
Yep. Spokane.
Ooh.
And Sacramento.
Interesting.
What's wrong with Sacramento?
Nothing. I've just never been there. That's what's wrong with it.
Yeah, there's not much with Sacramento.
No, yeah, there's not much in Spokane either. So
I can't tell you why they came to mind.
But you know what? Indianapolis, one of the restaurants there was just named one of the best restaurants in the world by Food and Wine Magazine.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
It's on my list.
Are we going to go there?
We'll go for lunch on Monday.
Isn't it nice of you guys to talk about the fun things you're going to do together?
Oh, now you know how it feels.
That's fine. No worries. It's okay. We'll just carry on with the game.
Well, I don't do anything fun. This is all I have.
Yeah.
Trips in Indianapolis with Jenny is all I get.
Well, we do get a few days in Boston together as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're coming to Boston too?
A week later.
Yeah. Is that a week later?
I think so. 24th, 25th, and then the 9th and 10th. Well, week and a half.
All right. I should just stay, like, with you.
You should.
Abby's staying for a couple weeks.
You should.
Laura can come to Phoenix and take my place.
Anything's coming. You can. We'll just have a Phoenix party in Chicago.
Woohoo!
All right.
Oh, Laura's getting pissed.
That's right.
Let's see. Jenny, would you please name... I can't even focus.
I know, it's
great. Would you please name 3 types of ovens?
3 types of ovens?
Yes.
Wolf, like brand names, you mean?
I was thinking more types, like,
convection,
yeah,
baking, and I don't know.
Like electric, wood burning, gas.
Those are more stoves than ovens. You don't have a wood-burning oven. I guess if it was a pizza oven outside, I could see that.
So that question was from Bob LeDrew, and I think they do have wood-burning ovens in Canada.
Yeah, he doesn't have running water either, so.
Yeah, so it was out of context. I totally get that. All right. Aly, would you please name 3 sports cars you'd buy if you had millions of dollars to spend?
I would not buy sports cars if I had millions of dollars.
3 cars in general, vehicles, things that operate.
Things that operate? A helicopter, a Tesla, and a VW bus.
A VW, but I could totally see that actually.
I think girls would love that.
Yep.
Wow.
I totally love that.
Oh, that's
Although
great.
you were a little obsessed with Elon Musk today.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if we're going to Mars, we're going to do it right.
Yeah, we need a. You think we could take the VW bus with us?
We could put an electric motor in it, and then it would be the most awesome VW bus.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Have you driven a Tesla?
I haven't driven one.
My friend let me drive hers. I'm not a car person at all. That'll make you a car person.
Really?
Yes.
I don't have a driver's license.
Yeah, she doesn't have a
Well,
driver.
that changes things.
Yeah, I can't really drive it. I mean, I can, but
On Mars, I think on Mars it's not going to be as big of a deal. So I
well,
bet
on Mars, I don't need a driver's license.
No, you can drive it. We could have one of those motorbikes with a sidecar, and you could sit in the sidecar.
Gosh, yes, that's a great.
And it'll be electric.
That's amazing.
You know, and we can put solar panels on our helmet and stuff.
That's right.
You're not coming to Mars. What are you talking about?
I'm coming to Mars. You can't control what planets I go to.
Or where you've been.
Right. Thank you very much, Aly. All right, we're on our last round now.
Okay. Yeah, we're taking forever. People are going to be like, oh.
This Inquisition won't stop.
Make it stop. Make it stop now. Okay, Ginny, would you please name three brands of bubble gum?
Ooh, Hubba Bubba, Big Chew, and Dentine. I don't know why I thought of Dentine.
That's good. I don't think I could have gotten that one for sure. I'm very impressed. Okay, Aly, would you please name 3 books you've read more than 3 times?
Goodnight Moon.
That.
Rosie Revere Engineer.
More than 3 times.
Tangled.
Brown Bear, What Do You See? Goodnight Moon, and Everything is Illuminated.
Oh, yeah.
I've read that.
How about Creepy Carrots? Do you guys have Creepy Carrots?
No.
Oh, it's brand new.
The ones at the bottom of our refrigerator.
Creepy Carrots. Brand new. Let's get it for Halloween.
Okay.
You'll read that more than 3 times.
You weren't expecting children's books is the answer.
No, I wasn't, but still.
I'm fairly certain children's books are the only books you read more than 3 times.
Probably. You know, Brown Bear, the stage production is coming to Portland, so you just need to come out here and.
Oh, it's a good story. There actually is one business book that I've read 2.5 times called The Hard Thing About Hard Things.
Oh, yeah, I read that.
Book, yep.
I'll have to read that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I read that one. All right, well, is that it? Are you finished?
I'm finished. Yeah.
Aly, please tell people where they can find you on the interwebs.
irispr.com. Twitter handle is Aly_Saxe, and you can also email me if you want at Aly, ALY, 1 L and a Y, at myirispr.com.
Oh yeah, let's all email her.
Everyone
Woohoo!
email Aly.
I didn't say I wouldn't trash it, but you can email me. I'm kidding. I respond. I do respond to every email.
Yeah, well, sometimes.
It's because I'm lonely, and I like it when people talk to me.
Make her feel loved. Yeah, exactly. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Thank you, Aly.
Good to see you guys today.
You too.